All right, I've gotten this question a lot lately. How do you write your first song? For me, I've been doing it for so many years, writing before any of the music stuff. I used to ghostwrite. Um, let's fucking get into that shit. So, first of all, I would say when I first began writing, I had no clue what to write about. I only started writing, and this is why I reference it so much, after a breakup because it was such a traumatic experience. I needed some form of therapy to get these feelings off my chest that I couldn't share with anybody else. So, what do? You can't tell a counselor, you don't want to tell your family or friends. Let me fucking write. I was good at English in grade 12. Um, I can write. So, I started writing, but then you don't know what to write. A lot of people overthink this part. The truth is, write 4 lines. Write 4 lines. Whatever it is. It can be fucking I wore a fur coat and have alligators around the moat. Just something. And then you'll get like an idea like, okay, fur coat, alligators. Like, I'm going to go with like this double entendre jungle scene. And it just begin writing. For me, it always started with this is how I'm feeling. Like, I'm feeling sad right now because of this. And then I just get into detail. I basically write it down, a big spider web list, and then I rhyme it. So it ties together. And that's how I write. That's how it first began. Like now it's different when you start writing at a little bit of a bigger level because it's everything structured. Like I have to know, okay, for the first 12 bars, I'm going to do a verse, I'm going to do a pre chorus or a bridge, and I'm going to then do a chorus. And how long's the chorus? Um, that's very important too, and that's something you learn down the road. But I'd say when you first start doing it, like for me, I couldn't count syllables and I couldn't stay on beat. I just couldn't do the basic things a musician does. I'm not a naturally gifted or born musician, which is why like anything that is the most minuscule amount of success for me in this music world, to those who can actually do it, it's fucking crazy because it's like if I can do this and I didn't even know how to rap on beat, really anyone can do this. So that I'm super pumped about. But that's different because then you have to start writing bridge and structures, and for that you have to learn to go to clubs. Like for me, the biggest thing is I would go to clubs to study audiences, or I would go to the bars or like the hippie venues that I was going to just to kind of see what the vibe is. And your song structure changes from club to like even the way you write. When I write a song like Gutter Boy compared to when I write a song like Principles, it's so different because I'm so comfortable storytelling because I wrote at least 50 songs before I actually began like putting out my music that was offbeat. But before that, I was writing about 50 songs. So I had a lot of experience just writing, and they're all throwaways. Like I'll never record them. They're just throwaway songs. I still keep them in my phone because it's funny to go back and reference how you used to write. And now when I write, like it's with such a specific structure. And if I'm writing, it might be for a music video. I have to structure it like that. Or it might be for an album. An album I'm going to structure different than a single because the songs all have to be cohesive with each other. Versus a single, you can kind of just talk about something and let it just run off, right? So the difference between writing your first rap and writing your first song, for me, I would say start with those 4 bars, write how you feel. People like to relate with how you feel, especially right now. No one has money, no one has time to go out, no one has is partying, no one's doing fuck all. So there's no point writing music about shit when no one's doing shit unless it's your feelings. People can relate to feelings now. That's why the song Principles I wrote did so well because people can relate when you're going through, especially when it's a sad time like a breakup or a depression. I feel like people can relate to it better and there's a better audience. I mean, personally for me, but that's kind of the music I listen to more so. But that is my advice on how to write your first rap. Just write about something you give a fuck about, write about something that makes you feel good, throw your first 50 away, and then start all over again. And you're going to see that once your pen touches the pad, it makes a big difference. And truthfully, too, like if you really want to get into the nitty gritty of it, weed and alcohol will do amazing things. They will just make the brain go crazy. And I cannot write sober. I never have. That's a one trick of mine. I just then I'm not really motivated and I'm not creative enough, I guess. But weed and liquor will all of a sudden make like that rhythm come to. It'll make your mind just explore certain pockets that you normally wouldn't, and it makes a big difference when you write your first track. Um, So that's my piece of advice today. I'm going to just do these little advice day episodes of how to write your first song. Tomorrow we'll do how to market your first single. And then from there, we're just going to keep having little fucking how-tos. So thank you for watching this video.